Hey, what's up, YouTube?
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to the Smitty Sebastian Kirk Show. I'm Smitty Sebastian Kirk, and we got DCD again.
Hey.
We're going to do a segment on Black Lives Matter 2. Now, we did one 4 years ago about the shooting of police officers with African American men. And now, well, not even men, it's women.
Yes,
is involved
African
in now.
Americans, period.
African Americans, period, now, because it's just women.
Yes.
But it's like the same thing is gone. This is 4 years later. You know, we thought some changes came because before we were talking about Tamir Rice about getting killed. That was from the first show. Now we were talking about the main person is George Floyd in Minnesota, who was killed by a police officer by suffocation. And they protested, and they're still protesting now, and this is August. You know, he died in May.
Yeah.
So they're still protesting, and they're making change, and they're trying to stop the knee on the neck from the police officer when they're apprehending a person. And I don't understand why they're doing that anyway if they're handcuffed. Like, I didn't get that anyways. But that's what they're doing now. So the Black Lives Movement started back in July of 2013 by 3 females, and I didn't know it was 3 females.
I didn't either.
The first one was Alicia Garza, and please forgive me if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. Patrice Collard and Opal Tometi, or Tomei or whatever his name. But anyway, those are 3 ladies who started it back in 2013. In July about the Black Lives Movement, because I guess they want to make a change, you know, just like they did back in the 60s with the civil rights movements and everything. And also, I just hated that what's his name just died like a few weeks ago, John Lewis.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know he did so much like at a young age. You know, he marched with everybody.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
You know, and I just hated that because he was all for the people. You know, all for African Americans, because that's who he is and stuff. And unfortunately, he ended up dying, but he was still doing his stuff in his 80s.
He was,
and he died of cancer. But you know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, so what we need more people like that, just who's like very involved and stuff, and just like, hey, I'm going to do it no matter what, and we're here. You're going to listen to us. You know,
Change starts with one. That's all it takes. It's one person.
Now, far as the whole Black Lives Matter movement, which I think is a good thing, but yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the fact I don't understand that, especially now with the protesting going on, and I understand the cops are really are acting up like crazy now. They're shooting people. Like the one girl, damn, I can't believe I don't remember her name. Remember, she was in the bed, and her boyfriend, and they busted in there and shot up the place, and killed her. And she was the first responder. You know what I'm saying? I forgot her name.
Is that Brianna?
Who?
There's been so many, unfortunately.
What would you say?
Is her name Brianna?
I don't think it's Brianna.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see if I can find it.
Right.
Because, I was thinking Brianna.
I forgot her name. But anyway, yeah, she got killed. Then Ahmaud Arbery.
There's been so many.
Yeah, but those are the main ones that just came out like this year. There's more. But I mean, those are the main ones.
Oh, you're saying the recent one?
Yeah, that just popped out. You know, and was right after, soon when they killed George Floyd. It just, it just went haywire, and everybody was just mad, you know, about everything that's going on. Then, in the midst of all this, then Rashard Brooks in Atlanta, who got killed, you know, in the Wendy's parking lot, you know, he was running away and got shot in the back, and I'm like, I don't get it. But my main thing is that with the Black Lives Movement, we're supposed to protect each other, we're supposed to love one another, but yet you still hear all these crimes against people, and some people have argued with me about it. Well, it's crime, period. Why are you trying to make it black on black crime? That was just made up just to put us, you know, put more negativity on us and stuff like that. Yes.
We're putting negativity on ourselves. But
the thing, they said there's crime all over the place. This is what people were telling me, and I was like,
there is crime all over the place, but we're speaking as Black people, as African Americans. So of course we're going to talk about our own. We're going to talk about ourselves, because that's what the topic is, you know.
Right.
So we're not going to be talking about this community or that community. We're talking about our own community.
Right, we are, and I just think that we just need to like really take a look at everything and not and just spare each other's lives because we're shooting over the dumbest stuff. The stupidest stuff. Like I don't know. I just like in Atlanta, there was it was an incident going on like the weekend of 4th of July. Mm-hmm. There was all these shootings, but all these young kids was getting killed. Mm-hmm. And the one guy stood up and he was like, "Yeah, we got Black Lives Matter. Do Black Lives Matter to you?" Meaning for us. Mm-hmm. Before you do something like that, for us taking another life, you have to think like, okay, I need to save my brother, I need to save my sister and stuff. And I'm not saying not having, like they say, quote unquote, beef with people. Yeah. Because you're not going to get along with everyone, but you don't have to just power just for power.
And a lot of it is they're fighting over something that they don't even own in the first place. Right. Like, why are you fighting over turf or this corner or that? First of all, you don't own jack. Okay. Right. Let's just start there, because it's not like most of those it's the younger generation, and they're living with their moms most of the time, and maybe the moms don't even own their own house that they're living in. So how are you fighting? Oh, dude, you on my block? No, this is not your block. Right. You don't own crap. So why are you doing that? And you're shooting somebody over what? Money and drugs? I mean,
or over
think about
something else, or somebody said something on Facebook.
So look, I never thought about this, but these people are serial killers. And the reason why I say that is because not only are you killing your brother who is on the corner on your block, but you're killing people with the drugs that you're handing out. You don't even think about it that way. I mean, not saying, of course, not every person that they sell to dies, but in essence, these people are drug users are killing themselves slowly.
Right.
So you are helping to kill people, and then you're gonna. I mean, it's ridiculous.
We have enough on us as it is, and we don't need to keep bringing extra stuff on us. Like the cops is doing a good job of it,
and we're helping them.
And we're helping them too. Like step aside. I got this one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, not to make a joke of it,
right, but
in reality,
that's what's going on.
So it doesn't matter. Like either he's gonna kill me or the official's gonna get me. So somebody's gonna get me.
There was this picture. It was being sent around. It was a meme. It was being sent around, and it was. I think I sent it to you. It was this black guy, and he was standing there, and I think he had. I think it said "loser" or something on his hat. And then on one side of him, it was a black guy holding a gun to his head, and it said, "I hate you." And then on the left side of him, it was a white cop holding a gun to his head, and it said, "I hate you." And that to me was so profound and so powerful. I mean, it was just like, oh my gosh. And that, unfortunately, is what we are going through as a people, especially our black men. Like, it's just hatred coming from our own people and then from other people. So it's like, it's like you can't win.
No,
as a black man in America, you cannot win. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because, as you mentioned, John Lewis, he was marching with Dr. King back in, like the civil rights. Yes. Yeah. And the same things that they were marching for back then, we are still dealing with today.
Right.
Just like he mentioned when the show initially started. We did this same type of show 4 years ago, and we're still talking about the same things.
Right.
Like, when is change going to come? When is it going to come?
It has to come within. Everybody has to unite. See, back in the 60s...
we do not unite anymore.
Well,
not like we used to.
Well, no, but I'll just say back in the 50s and 60s and stuff, where it made a difference because, like, even for Selma, we wanted to vote. So we had to get across the bridge to vote, and they were making it just like now what's going on with the voting. How it's being, like, as far as the mail-in votes. We wanted to vote back then, so we had to cross the bridge to go over to the other area so we can vote. and everything, and that's why it was just such a problem because they didn't have it voting on the other side of the bridge. So, I mean, we were still fighting for something. We fight for a reason. Like now, we are fighting for a reason because we want the cops not to automatically just pull their guns and start shooting. Right. Like there's a new footage that just came out of George Floyd too. With the body camera when they first rolled up on him. See, before they had it, there was the other cop on the other side. Now they got the cop when they opened the door. Automatically, they just drew their guns, like within so many seconds. Instead of just like, you got to get out of the car because of that fake, quote-unquote, $20 bill they supposedly passed off or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. It just... But the fight back then, you know, they really... People stood up and people made some noise about it. Not saying they're not doing it now. Because they are. They're making a lot of noise about it. But it's like a different type of noise.
It is. I don't know. I just feel like back then, we as a people, we got together and we had a common goal. Right. And there was a leader, there was a face that said, hey, this is what we are doing. This is why we are doing it. So now it's like, yes, we are coming together now as a people, but it's like it's a whole bunch of individual groups instead of like one big group of people, one common goal, one leader, everybody. I mean, the people marching they have the same goal in mind, that they want to stop the police brutality and the killing of, senseless killing, murder of black men and black people. But it's like we're all separated in doing this. We're not all together like they were back in the day. And I think that may be what the difference is, because I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to put my finger on it, like something is missing, or what we're doing now, and what we did before, and what that was. And I don't know if that's it or not, but I don't know.
I think you're right about that because we united together back then. It's like there's separate things going on. I mean, yes,
this group is united, that group is united, but we're not together
like as a whole.
Right.
You know, and that's the problem. And then plus we're not being kind to one another still. You know, because just the other day I rode up the street and somebody was yelling something at me because my headlights wasn't on. You know, she had it kind of nasty. You know, if I would have backed up and just like, bam, you know, knocked her down and rolled over again, then it'd been, you hate black people.
You'd have been the bad guy.
Yeah, you hate black people, you know, and stuff. But it wasn't that at all. I mean, only time I saw America in my lifetime that I seen America really come together and be as one is 9/11.
9/11, absolutely.
I mean, every nationality, every walk of life, everybody just came together and everybody appreciated. Everybody was courteous. Everybody was kind. You know, it didn't matter. Is that a bee?
Woo!
No, it's not.
Oh. Yeah.
And everybody was together. And I wish we can get that unity back again with us. I mean, wait a minute. I thought it was supposed to be a march in D.C.
There is.
Remember I said
August 28th, because I said I'm going to participate. August 28th. Oh, I don't know. There is going to be a march in Washington,
because I said I was going to come, because I want to go.
Right, because somebody else said they wanted to come too.
Okay. So get your
that's
house
a Friday. It's ready.
Okay.
That's for all of the families. Of course, anybody can join, but the premise of it is that all the families who have suffered losing a loved one due to police violence, they want, it's going to be headed or spearheaded by Al Sharpton.
Okay.
And I am because I haven't, because of COVID, I haven't been out there participating in any of the riots. Not riots. I'm sorry. Protests.
Please don't say
no,
riots.
I'm sorry. Please.
See, right here. There she goes.
I'm sorry. The protests. There have been riots. I'm not participating in any of those.
Right.
But I'm saying the protests. I haven't been able to get out.
Those are people who jumped in there doing the riot stuff to take away from the actual meeting.
Exactly.
And they're getting them now. They've been on video and stuff. So
they're just taking advantage, unfortunately, of a terrible situation.
Yes.
You know.
And making it, going. I saw people coming out the liquor store, younger generation, 2 bottles of Henny and a bag of stuff. Like, I am not lying.
I believe you. I know
Belvedere, Grey Goose, all this other stuff. And I'm like,
They looted the Apple store, but what they didn't know, see, Apple got something for that behind.
Okay.
What they didn't know was the stuff that they took from Apple was just promo. You can't use it. It doesn't work. They couldn't get to the stuff that does work because that was locked up. So, and then the stuff that was a promo, Apple shut all of that down and was like, this phone is being monitored. The police are on their way to your house. And so, yeah, but it's, and you know what? Another thing is
Jimmy Choo.
Jimmy Choo. People selling Jimmy Choo shoes?
I saw a guy with a pair on. It's like, no, I'm lying. Oh. Say, look.
I was like, oh my
But they busted there.
I think they did.
Yeah,
Jimmy
they probably did. Guys
expensive.
were taking them, but they were giving them to their girls and stuff.
Yeah, Jimmy Choo is expensive. Right. So, yes, that's on the same line. So, right. But I am going to say this. There were a couple of videos where people from other races got busted for looting at some of the protests. And they were filmed by us saying, hey, so that the country can see, this is not us looting, it is them.
Right.
Okay? So, just like when, kind of very much off topic, but when Katrina happened and when certain people were going into stores, the media was saying, oh, they're going in and they're doing this. But then when we went in, we were looting. But they weren't, though. Right. So just a little difference there.
You hear that car flying up there?
Yeah, they always fly.
We should tape it in the middle of the street and just block it off. That's the...
Right. Exactly. Because they do not slow down, okay?
Oh, my goodness.
But, you know what? One thing I did want to say, because I was reading an article the other day where a lady and her 4-year-old daughter were outside and they were drawing on the sidewalk in front of their own home Black Lives Matter. Her and her daughter were drawing, and then she said the mother said every morning when she came back outside it was like washed off, not the whole thing but just the word black, and it kept occurring. So I think she said she put a camera or something outside. One of her neighbors took it upon himself to come over and wash off the black. And so when he was confronted, he said, well, I just did that. It wasn't, anything
racial.
Harsh. Right. It wasn't anything racial. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. But I just wanted to say that all lives matter. So I was thinking about that. And my thing is, I think sometimes people, other races or other nationalities, take our pride in ourselves and take our strong beliefs in ourselves as us being racist. It's not that we are racist and that only our life matters. It's not that at all. We do believe all lives matter. However, you're not hearing in the news about all these other races or nationalities getting killed every 10 minutes. I'm just throwing that out there.
Right.
But you don't hear that. You hear about the black people. So that's why we're saying our lives matter, because to other people, to police and some other people, it seems that our lives don't matter.
Right.
So we're not saying that all lives don't matter. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying ours do. Yeah. Because we're being treated like they don't.
Right. And then we're always looked upon as less than anyway.
Yes,
so
we're
just making it out to let you know that yeah, we just want to just put that out there for Black Lives Matter too. Is like, do it matter to you? That's the main thing. Black Lives Matter. Do it matter to you? And if it does, make a difference with it.
Make a difference. It starts with you.
You, exactly. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up before the camera shut off again. Okay, my name is Smith Sebastian Kirk, always in the works, and we have DCD, and we will be back again with another segment or something, and it's always stories.
And hopefully we will not be back in another 4 years
with the Black
on the
Lives,
same topic.
Right. No, that's be terrible. Hopefully there's a lot of changes going to be made by then. So we'll see. There will be Black Lives Matter too. Remember we were talking about 3. Yeah. Remember we were talking about Okay. All right. So have a good day and take care of each other.